I haven't spent much time the first couple days of MLB The Show 24 trying to grind for stubs, but I'm still, as you guys can see, over 100,000 stubs, and pretty much all of this has come from a stub method that I've been using. So in this video, I want to go over what I've been doing to make these stubs and show you guys exactly what you need to do to make a lot of stubs early on in MLB The Show 24. And for more stub making videos and other Diamond Dynasty videos, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate that a lot. We got a lot of new videos here on the way soon. So what I'll be going over with you guys is related to the market, and the big thing to understand with the market, especially early on in a new year of MLB The Show, is that the volatility is just going to be crazy. If you're watching this video even a day or 2 days after it comes out, there's a very good chance that the prices you're seeing on the cards in this video are going to be way different than the prices in real life if you're watching it several days later or whenever. But basically what I want to go over in today's video is flipping, but flipping certain cards. So I started off looking at some player cards, flipping some player cards. It just wasn't really cutting it for me because as you guys are looking, the big thing you're looking for is margin between, a big gap between buy now and sell now prices, having a good margin, but that's not really the case for these cards. As you guys can see, there's not much room for profit when you're trying to flip these cards. So I decided to pivot my flipping and my stub making strategy just to focus on flipping equipment items, and the success has been there. I mean, I'll show you guys in just a second the success that I've had so far, but as you guys can just see from the screen here, like the differentials between buy now and sell now prices on these compared to the cards I was showing you before is so much greater, just meaning there's more room for profit when you're trying to flip these cards. Before I dive a little bit deeper into this method, I want to go back and show you guys some of my past completed orders for some of these equipment items, just to show you guys what it's been like for me to start off. As you guys can see, I'm making probably anywhere from like, I don't know, 3 to 7, 8,000 per flip, but also there's some in here, as you guys will see, that was like 8, 9, 10,000, like this one right here, bought for 14,000, sold for 24,000. And there's a bat right above that I bought for 12,000, sold for 22,000. So you guys can kind of see how much profit you can actually make off of each of these flips. So equipment, way better than some of these player cards, as I showed you guys right there. Flipped a few, player cards at the very, very beginning of the year. But equipment has been working very, very well, as you guys can tell from the results I'm showing you. Now, if you guys decide to start flipping equipment items, there's 2 things I would recommend that you guys do before actually starting. One being download the MLB The Show companion app. I would absolutely do this, and to flip this way rather than doing so on your console. It's so much easier to navigate, in my opinion, and you can literally flip from your phone. You can do it anywhere. So you're making stubs literally wherever, whenever you are. It's such an easy way to do it. The other thing I would recommend, too, is to have a decent amount of stubs before you actually dive into doing this, because I would say like at least 30K or something, because you will be putting in just a lot of different buy orders, and this equipment, for the most part, is fairly expensive, not super expensive, but, it's more than just like 1,000 or 2,000 stubs. So the key thing to be looking for when deciding which equipment items to start flipping is that differential between buy now and sell now prices. You want a bigger differential, obviously, for more room for profit when flipping. This one, for example, though, like 4,700 differential is not too bad. If you go through and flip this card at what the prices are at, basically you get, 3,500 in profit. Also, just an example, I'll have a full video on like how to flip later, but basically if you guys are new, basically what you're doing is putting in a low buy order. So for like, you're one-upping whatever the sell now price is. So put in a buy order, in this case of like 12,203. Someone will sell the card, that card will be yours, and then you'll go ahead and put in a sell order for basically undercutting whatever the buy now price is. So 16,248 in this case. Someone will buy the card, that'll go through, and that flip, you'll have completed a flip, and that differential basically is the profit you get from that flip. Also note that there's a 10% sales tax, so basically every time your sell order goes through, you will get 90% of what the sell order is, and that'll be the profit that you get. Also, a couple other super important things to remember when you're doing this is I mentioned earlier you need at least like 30,000, whatever, something like that, and that's because I highly recommend, the most effective and efficient way of doing this is putting in buy orders for a bunch of different items. So like, catcher mask right here, put in a buy order for it. Go down to the next item on the list that looks like a good one to flip, like this. Go ahead, put in a buy order. Go on to the next item, put in a buy order for it. Next item, put in a buy order, right? And just keep going on. And maybe put in, I don't know how many, but you can do however, like 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it is for different items. And then, basically you will have to wait on some. Others will just go through right away, and then you can put in sell orders for those. Also, the other important thing to note too is that you need to be going back and looking at your buy orders or sell orders, because you want to make sure those are always, at the top of the list in terms of, if someone goes in to sell a card, then once they sell that, your buy order will go through. You want to be on top so your orders are going through. So just every minute or two, if you're really on top of it, every minute or so, go through and, update those buy or sell orders. Otherwise, you can check back in every 5-10 minutes to re-update them, and hopefully more go through. So I would definitely recommend trying this out with some equipment items. And again, you're just looking for that big differential between buy now and sell now prices, choosing a bunch of them, putting in a ton of different buy orders, making sure you're updating those buy and sell orders over time as well. And you're going to make a lot of stubs this way. I have already, and I'm going to continue to do this. And if I come across any other better flipping methods, I will be sure to do a video on those. So make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of those videos to make a lot of stubs. I do appreciate you guys for sticking around and watching. See you guys next time. Peace.